Hey everybody, welcome back. We're going to go over a bunch of stuff today, and we're starting out here outside. It's been a crazy snowy month already, but here is the J20 again, and I've got it covered up because I don't want to get it too messed up. As you remember, if you follow along with me, I got this from my buddy Gary. And Gary was one of the early people to succumb to the COVID virus. So he's not with us any longer. And I was kind of feeling funky about it and didn't want to work on the truck much. But I feel it's time. And I feel good about getting going on it. And I think that's what he would have wanted. We got a few rust areas to fix up. But it's a very solid last year, 1988 J20. And it's time to get moving on it. I've been collecting a lot of parts for it. It's kind of dark in there, but I've got all new brakes, wheel bearings, engine tune-up parts, filters, you name it. I've got just about everything I need to put this truck together and get it on the road. And like I say, the time is now. And I've kind of waited long enough, I think. It feels right to do it now. So this guy's going on the road next. And if you guys are interested in seeing the J20 come together, I'll be happy to take some videos of it. In this same little building here, we've got this very nice 86 CJ7 that's waiting for its turn. Super, super solid body. Last year they made it. T176, 258 engine. Low miles on this one, just over 100,000. Super solid body. So eventually, I know I know you're out there, Doug, and you're waiting for the 176 and 300 rebuild. And this is the guy that's got it, so this is the one we'll be going through as time permits. But let's go back inside and I'll show you what's going on in there and the things that have been coming in for some various other projects. Okay guys, this is the trailer that I keep the CJ3B welder Jeep, and I've been rebuilding parts for it. I've got a complete Dana 30 open knuckle front end built for it. I've got a flanged Dana 44, 373 gears, 11-inch brakes. And that's the V6 I was thinking of putting in this originally. I've got the fenders done. Got most of a body built back there. There's the welder that was in it. And it's hard to see. I don't have the space or the lighting in here, but there's overload springs on this. Everyone's broken. All the leaves are broken. Driving around with this heavy welder, it was just too much for the suspension. And I didn't want the original F-head in it. That's why I was going with the V6. Then I was thinking I was going to go with the Kubota. Didn't have good luck with that. Met a lot of disappointing people. And didn't really care to get into the Kubota world. So we're going to head inside next. And I'll show you what I finally decided on. And it's been, I don't know, 9 months or so to get the engine I'm putting in here. But I've got it now. And we'll show that to you next. Okay guys, it's been a long road. I've went through many different engines that I thought were going to be in that Jeep. But I finally decided on this Cummins 4BT. And here it is. It just came in. It's brand new. And it's been a real hassle getting this engine, not with the company I finally decided to go with, but before I got going on this, I talked to every single diesel company out there. You just Google Cummins 4BTs, a list of diesel companies will come up. I dealt with every one of them. Never got a reply from most of them. It was just bad news. Prices were everywhere. I finally got in touch with the Big Bear Engine Company out of Colorado. I had a salesman. His name was Patrick, and he handled this build from day one. I wanted it Cummins beige, and that's not one of their standard colors. You could get them in red and black and stuff, but he made an exception. He worked with me on every detail I wanted on this. We've got it in the Cummins beige. To put it in that 3B, I went with the low mount turbo. Most of them had the high mount turbo. We special got this low mount turbo. We got the vertical oil filter, which was critical for my application. And everything I wanted on this, naturally, it's on this side. I'll come around and show you later. I got the P pump on this one, which is what I wanted. And all the other companies didn't even want to hear anything I had to say about it. I can't say enough good stuff about the Big Bear Engine Company. They're so familiar with the Cummins, the 4BT, the 6BT. They do cat motors. They're a diesel company. That's all they do, and everything has been perfect with them. And like I say, I had some things I wanted on here, and whatever I wanted was not a problem for these guys. And after many months of waiting, the engine finally got delivered. It's everything I thought it would be, and they were professional, and I would recommend them to anybody thinking about putting a 4BT or a 6BT or anything like that together. Very easy to deal with, and I know you'll be happy. Okay guys, it's kind of tight in here. This just came in. I just opened up the crate, and there's the plastic and everything. But there's the P pump. And that was one of my major concerns that I got with this engine. And everything is just perfect. Now here's the back of the engine. Okay, and you remember, we're going with the SAE bell housing. And again, bell housings were another tough thing to get. Again, I talked to a bunch of people. Nobody got back to me on that, and I just decided to build my own stuff. I don't know what it is with the diesel world, but everybody's a little full of themselves out there, and they think they don't need the business or anything. But everybody missed out on this one, and same thing with the bell housing. We'll go over and we'll talk about that next. What's going to happen from this point back. Okay guys, this is my this was going to attach to the engine, and this goes from the back of the Cummins engine to the SAE pattern. When you have a low mount turbo, you need your starter, what they call a second quadrant. It's not up here, it's down the second quadrant. So this is going to bolt to the back of the engine, and I kind of went over this when I was making the adapter, but just in case you guys are coming up to speed, stock part, you can get this. I cleaned it, and it's got epoxy primer on it. Starter in the second quadrant is the main critical thing. So now from here, from our SAE pattern here, I had to adapt the 465 transmission to this, and I did a whole series on making the adapter. Again, it wasn't one of my most popular videos, but we'll go over it real quick again, and I'll show you how I'm going to mount a 465 to that engine. Okay guys, this is the adapter that I built out of a piece of billet aluminum. It bolts to the 465, and there's a whole series on me making this. If you missed it, you want to go back and take a look at it, it's out there. There's a complete 465 rebuild. Again, it's just a few videos back if you want to see it. I'm putting a PTO on the 465. I'm just playing around with it now, making sure I have clearance for the shaft away from the housing here. And the next thing we got to do is remove between these black lines. I need a place for the fork so it can throw. So I'll be milling some of this out so that we could take the fork, put it on the pivot, and it'll actually move in this manner. So this needs to be milled out next, and I guess if anybody's interested in seeing the completed thing, I can show it, but I'm just going to throw that on the mill, start milling it, make sure the fork and the throwout bearing fit and slide properly. And again, this is the adapter to the Cummins SAE housing. You can see I've got a locating diameter right here that fits in that housing. I've got all our 12 bolts. I've got the 465 bolt pattern on the other side, and we got our pivot in here to operate the fork. So we've got everything we need in this piece of aluminum, and that's our go-between between the 465 and the Cummins. And there's companies out there that sell stuff. I've never been able to get a hold of any of them or have them sell me anything. You can buy factory bell housings for the 465. I just didn't have the fortune of having any of those companies want to deal with me for some reason. So good luck to all of them. I'd never buy any of their stuff now. I've got the prints for making bell housings like this, so that's just the route I took. Okay guys, again on the welder Jeep, I've had a lot of different ideas and stuff, but what you're looking at here are some bent up frame rails, and I've got to make that vehicle a little bit longer. These just came in as well. These came from Throttle Down Customs out in Montana. Does a beautiful job. He's got a mandrel bender, could bend the rectangular tube the hard way. 2x4 rectangular tube, and there they are. So these are a little longer than a CJ6 would be, and I am lengthening the whole vehicle. Number one, to give more room for the welder. Number two, to give more room for the Cummins, so the body will sit at the normal location, and I added a bunch of inches to the frame to put the Cummins and the intercooler and all that stuff in there. And this is much heavier duty than the original frame. I can use bigger springs and overload springs or airbags. I haven't decided. But frame rails just came in. They're beautiful, and I know there's at least one guy that wants to see the frame getting built. If anybody else would, just got to let me know. Trying to figure out some better videos for you guys, something that you might like. So we'll be building the frame next, and that'll be fairly soon. And in the meantime, this whole area is kind of crowded right inside the door, because we got another machine in. Okay, there it is. There's a flywheel grinding machine here. Everything comes in at once. The engine, the flywheel machine, everything happened at one time, the frame rails. But this guy just needs a cleaning. We've got to get it into place, wire it up, and we're good to go. So, just kind of in the way right now, but I'll get in position and show you guys the features and how it works as soon as I get it running. Okay guys, here's an F-head I am machining now, and I've got it decked, and I'm going to try and get you in there. This engine is, that bore you're seeing right there is 80 over right now, and it didn't clean up even close. Those scratches are super deep. These other cylinders are equally a mess. So we're sleeving this engine, and I've got the sleeves, and I've got some new standard Silverlight pistons for them, and I also have this MB here. Now I just have a block, and this one also needs some sleeves. So all the cylinders are way over 80 right now. So this block is for sale right now at this point. I'm going to do the machine work on it. I'm going to put 4 sleeves in it. I'm going to hand fit 4 pistons to it. I'm going to put new guides in it. 3-angle valve job. And you will get it as a block with the correct fitting pistons and intake and exhaust valves and new guides. This was sludged up pretty bad, but I cleaned it out. Like I say, I'll sleeve it, and I'll try and get you the number off there. But if anybody is looking for an MB block, get a hold of me. And they go fast. I don't usually have these. They go real fast when I have them, so if anybody needs this, I am working on it right now, getting it prepped and ready to go. So just send me a comment below if you have any need for a block. I'll get you that number next. Just hang in there. Okay guys, the block number is MB620234. That's the one right on the side. We'll flip it over and we'll see if we could look at the number that's where the oil pan goes. So let me flip the engine over. I'll be right back with you. Okay guys, got the engine flipped over, and there's always on the MBs and some of the early 2As, there's numbers on the bottom side here. I'm going to try and get some light on it. There's 2 sets of numbers stamped in here. I got 4, 21, 45, and then I got a 628 up above it. I'm not exactly sure. You guys could decode that the number on the side, but I just want to let you know that there are the original numbers here. But it might have went through a rebuild at one point. 628 or 421. I don't know exactly what's going on there, but the original numbers are still there. Okay guys, I know this video has been everywhere today. We covered a lot of ground, a lot of vehicles, a lot of things are going to be happening. Remember, I am still selling off my literature collection and parts and various machines and you name it. I've got original condition owner's manuals. There's an early flat rate manual. Another 2A manual. There's stuff from that's 76. I think that's a 75 four-wheel drive book. These are in perfect shape, these manuals here. Some of them are, you can see they're soiled a little bit. Another CJ5. I've got a lot of them. These go extremely fast. When I dig them out, they sell immediately. So if anybody's looking for any of this stuff, let me know. I just dug a couple folders out today. There's the Scrambler 82 CJ. These are factory sales brochures. Here is the Jamboree edition. 82 accessory catalog. 82 full line catalog. And like I say, I've got hundreds of folders And if anybody's looking for anything specific, don't be afraid to ask. 79 paint chips, 79 special equipment, a couple full line catalogs. All of these are in fantastic condition. You can see they're in bags and stuff. My stuff is high quality. It's not junk. You'll be happy with it. Like I say, that's just two. That's 79 and 82. I have every year sales brochure all the way to 86. This is just a small sampling of owner's manuals. So if you're looking for anything, feel free to send a comment below and ask me what I have. We're going to end this one here now. And like I say, I know we've been all over the place today, but we've got manuals for sale, we've got parts for sale, we've got that MB block for sale. And we are moving and shaking on some other projects. If there's anything that you guys are really think you might enjoy seeing, such as the J20, the Cummins Jeep isn't really, the 465 and the adapter didn't really get too much traction. If you're interested in seeing the Cummins engine come together, let me know. Just send a comment below. So everybody stay safe out there, and we'll catch you on the next one.